Set myself free. I only found everything lights.
Hey, what is going on, guys? This is DJ Clan Smasher, and today I'm bringing you some cool content. First, before I get started, I wanted to go ahead and thank the new subscribers that have joined me, and also my old subscribers for being faithful in this channel. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoy it. I will be bringing a lot of high-end content as far as war, pretty much a lot of war content. I am covering for Elite Gaming and White Temple, so today we're going to be focusing on White Temple. And a few days ago, guys, we actually did a potluck in both clans, so White Temple actually got a chance to battle it out against Blame Adam, as known as Time to Clash. So anyways, guys, I'm going to be showing you some great attacks. It's going to be based on Th9 Variety Pack. So that's what I'll be showing you for this war. I'll be showing you different attacks. We're going to go ahead and start at the bottom, and I'll just kind of talk through the attacks, showing you a variety of attacks that our Th9s are capable of doing, including one of my attacks. So anyways, guys, we'll go ahead and get started, and I also want to let you know I'll also be posting another video, and it's going to be a few of the attacks featured in this war, and also in the Atlas Shrugged war that we just recently had. So anyways, guys, that one will be a few 10v10 hits and a few 10v11s. For today, we'll be focusing, like I said, on a variety pack. So this one's going to be by 777. He's one of our guys here at White Temple, and he's going to be bringing in a Hog Attack. So for this attack, guys, as you can see, starting in the kill squad over here at the top, at the corner section at 3 o'clock, making sure that the funnel is created by sending in the baby dragon at the top section, a few wizards to back up that golem. That way the golem and the troops will be able to go inside. As you can see, brought in a few Valkyries just to make sure that the queen does go down. And then as the king was moving in, the king did get taken down by the Expo and a few other the single point defenses. The good thing is that the golem is tanking for the queen at this point. So he's going to keep going with the queen for a while and then start sending in some of the hog riders at 12 o'clock. And that's just to kind of keep the queen alive a little bit longer to kind of help out the hogs with the cleanup. So anyways, guys, there was a big bomb at the very beginning, so he didn't really have to heal per se at the very beginning of the attack, because there wasn't that much splash damage. If there was a lot of splash damage, then maybe a heal would have been required. But because there wasn't, that wasn't too much of an issue. So as you can see, guys, these hog riders are working on a counterclockwise direction. When it comes to the hog attack, you want to make sure that you choose your kill squad. Make sure that you take the enemy queen, because that is one of the most important things to do when it comes to this attack. And then also making sure that you start clockwise or counterclockwise. You don't want to send the hog riders on the same route as the golems, because then they're going to be useless. They're not going to be tanking for anything. You also want to make sure that you have some cleanup troops. The hog riders are very strong, but if you take a bunch of hog riders and you don't have any cleanup troops, you might be running out of time, guys. So anyways, as you can see, the wizards are on the top section helping out with the cleanup, and so are these random little goblins and little barbarians that were there, that 777 brought in. So as you can see, all these hog riders are zooming in straight up to to 9 o'clock portion. And they're going to go ahead and deal with the Barb King right now at this point. And they're going to go ahead and jump to the middle, while the wizard and the other wizard are kind of closing in from 9 and 12 towards the middle, kind of clearing up these structures, making it very convenient for the hog riders to clean up the remaining portions, which would take forever for these wizards to get to. So it's always important to have those hog riders stay alive to get all those structures that would take the wizard to a lot of walls to get through. So anyways, guys, that's going to be the first attack. So it's going to be a hog attack with some golems, pretty much yeah, it's just going to be a hog attack. So anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to one of my hits. It's going to be, actually no, not my hits, this one's going to be by Deep Nashu. Deep is real good when it comes to the Sui hero Laloon. I'll be doing a video of that soon, within a week or two if possible, but I'd like to do a lot of how-to videos. So if you do need to learn some new attack strategies or kind of want the breakdown of it, definitely check them out. But I also try to do them while I do recaps. So that's what I do differently, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what to do or the reasoning behind everything. So as you can see right here, send in a few loons to make sure to take care of the CC. If it was a Lava Hound, it wouldn't be too much of an issue. The CC wouldn't have come out, and the Suicide Heroes would have just done their portion, which would be taking care of the enemy queen and this wizard tower, which was a bonus because the queen was right. The queen was right there. And then after that, it makes it so much easier to go ahead and start the Lalo portion. As you can see, you want to try to keep the queen alive to kind of help out with the cleanup. And the Lalo portion in this case is going to be started counterclockwise and sending in a few loons with the Lava Hounds, and then just kind of waiting, being very patient when it comes to sending in the rest of the Lava Hounds. As you can see, there was a Tesla farm. The good thing is that Th9 was prepared, brought in a few extra loons over here, and hasted them in while the Lava Hound was taking all of the hits from the Teslas. That is one of the most important things to do, especially when it comes to these kind of attacks. A lot of people forget that, and they kind of wait way too long for the loons to be dropped. So therefore, the Teslas redirect and go for the loons, because at that point the Lava Hound has already been past that point and are going to go for the air defenses, and then the loons are going to die and they won't take care of that Tesla farm. That's the whole purpose of the Tesla farm, to stop that kind of attack and witches. Even hog riders, so it's always important to make sure to deal with them whenever you see them. So this was a fresh, I'm showing you our fresh hits. So Th9 did a great, Th9 did a great job against Little Carve here against Blame Adam. So anyways guys, we're gonna go ahead and move forward. As you can see, it's just cleanup at this point, pretty much massacre with all these loons that were left over. And very sorry if I said your name wrong, Th9. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next hit, guys. This one's going to be by me. So I do have my Hog Rider account here. This is my Th9 that I've worked very hard to get maxed out. Just need a few more walls, but pretty much done. So anyways, guys, fresh hit. I pretty much sent in 2 loons in the top section because I realized that cannon was by itself. Fortunately, 2 Teslas popped out. I figured that might have been the case, but luckily the cannon did go down. So then I sent a few wizards. I didn't send in the golems first because I knew that there wasn't anything else up there. So then after that, you just want to make sure that you create a real big funnel. So as you can see, I sent in those 2 wizards to get rid of these structures. And by the way, guys, I also made a video on funneling. It is one of the basic things, but if you don't get the basic portion of it, as far as like the funneling goes, that is definitely going to ruin your attack. So it's always very important to know how to funnel and what key things to look for when it comes to funneling. And funneling can be done many different ways. As you can see, guys, unfortunately 3 of my boulders just went and got spring trapped. There was a big Tesla farm. I was very patient when it came to dealing with the Tesla farm. I kind of waited till the queen started taking care of some of the Teslas, and then after that I started the Laloon portion at 12 o'clock. I was going to start a different section. I was going to go clockwise, but because of that Tesla farm, it changed my routing because I want to make sure that I took care of that Tesla farm so I won't have to deal with it at the very end. So then after that I started a counterclockwise, guys, just so I can get through this base pretty quickly. And as you can see, I saved a few loons. It's always important to save a few loons, especially when dealing with splash damage. You don't want to have that splash damage kill all of your loons and then you don't have any cleanup left. So as you can see, I sent in a haste spell to make sure that I can get through this. I could have probably waited a little bit longer to make sure that that Lava Hound popped, but I wasn't too worried at this point, guys, because I still had my queen, I had a bunch of wizards, and my king was still alive, so I knew I had this one in the bag. So we're just going to go ahead and fast forward this attack, guys. But as you can see, that is one of the attacks that's my favorite to do. It is my go-to attack. There's also others that I do Witch Slap. I do some Hog Attacks every once in a while. I haven't done those in a long time because I do enjoy doing air attacks. So anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to number 16. And it's going to be a Witch Slap attack. And with that one, I also did a how to attack, pretty much the key things to look for when it comes to this attack. So Raul, aka Tim, is going to be starting the attack from 12 o'clock with the queen, a little bit lower in this portion, because didn't want the healers to drag a lot. And plus, the queen didn't have to be all the way up there, just wasting a lot of time. So anyways, guys, sends in the queen at the 12 o'clock portion to walk, sends in the witches at the 3 o'clock portion, and then the bowlers with the king and everything else had to use the queen ability, unfortunately, pretty early on in the game. But it's not going to be too much of an issue. It's always better to use the queen ability instead of leaving her and letting her die. So send in a heal spell because of all these potential splash damage and potential big bomb possibilities here. So as you can see, send in a real nice rage spell right in the core section, which is going to take care of the whole middle section here. The king is still alive, tanking for these bowlers. The king finally does go down, but luckily there's this bowler that's raged up, and the queen's going to step right in and take care of that wizard tower. As you can see, there is a bunch of witches in the top section that were going from the flank position, which was from 3 to 6. And these witches are going to be doing a lot of work because Tim placed about 4 witches on that section, and 4 witches with a bunch of skeletons. I believe each of them make 4 every single time they raise their hand, up until a maximum of 8. So that means that there's a bunch of skeletons just taking a lot of hits for these witches, which is why witches are pretty overpowering when it comes to this new this meta. It's one of the more popular attacks to use. It's a safer 3-star attack, but there's definitely a lot of variety, which is why I'm showing you guys the big variety of attacks. And then, so that's pretty much it. Gonna be wrapping it up with Blame Adam as far as these attacks for Town Hall 9 scope. But now we're gonna go ahead and move on to Atlas Shrugged. So with this one right here, guys, Germanicus actually did a pretty cool attack. I just saw the army comp. So check it out, guys. As you can see, there are 4 healers, and there's a pretty good amount of wizards, sending in the wizards at the very beginning, and then sends in the queens with 4 healers, guys. So the queen is going to be moving towards the middle section where the dark elixir storage is, and most likely is going to be trying to take care of the enemy queen here. So there is a dark elixir storage. He was very patient and smart enough to take care of the town hall when it came to using the wizards at the very beginning. Send in a rage spell because he was dealing with the enemy queen. You always want to make sure that you're raged up for that, especially if there's other single point defenses. And then after this, send in a lava hound, guys. And I think it was just to kind of cover for his healers, I believe, because there is no loons at all, guys. That was pretty darn interesting. Never seen this before. So then expecting the queen to keep walking up, sends in 2 golems with some bowlers and the king. Nice little jump spell to make sure that the queen starts moving in and zoning in. Unfortunately, most of the healers do get taken care of. There's at least 1 left. But sends in a rage spell that's going to be right in the core section, guys. And these bowlers are just doing so much work at this point. And then after that, sends in another jump spell to get to the other portion of the base. The king still has the king ability. There's 6 hog riders left, guys. So this was a super big mix of attacks. There was a lava hound. There was some healers. There was 6 hog riders. So the king is still standing strong over here. The golem is being re-healed by the healer, guys. So that golem is going to be in pretty good shape by the time it starts getting hit. The queen is doing some work over here. Already used the queen ability, so that one doesn't exist anymore. So then sends in the hog riders, guys. The hog riders are sent over there at the 3 o'clock section and closer to 4 o'clock for those back in archer towers. So then these hog riders are going to move into these cannons. One of them's already weak because of the boulder bounces, and then starts moving into the very last cannon. These hog riders take care of the last cannon and are going for the air defense, and then after that the mortar is left. So pretty amazing attack, guys. I was not expecting this type of attack at all, and I would have never guessed to even use it. So very great job, Germanicus, on coming up with a cool attack that I've never really seen before. So thanks again for tuning in, guys. And like I said, thanks again for all the new subscribers that sub to me. and hopefully you guys enjoy the content. I'll be bringing a lot more of the war scene and the how-tos, so that's what my main focus is. And I also have CCL, which is a Clash Cup League, something new. I'll be posting that video because we still haven't done it yet. It's actually going to be coming up, so I'll be posting that recap as well, so expect to see a lot of great content. So thanks again, guys, and we'll see you next time. Don't forget to keep calm and clash on.